Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Kind of some big news today. I think is definitely video worthy, and that is going to be the FRA releases new rule on fatigue management. This right here is a pretty big deal considering what they're asking of these companies, these Class 1s to do. It says under this regulation, the FRA said in a statement, Class 1 freight railroads, Amtrak, and commuter railroads must develop and implement a fatigue risk management program, FRMP, as a part of their larger system safety and risk reduction programs. Before submitting an FMRP plan to FRA approval, each railroad is required to consult with affected employees to identify fatigue hazards as well as specific actions to be taken to mitigate or eliminate those risks. This rule is one of several ongoing FRA initiatives to address the complex operational environment and culture issues that contribute to fatigue. Pretty much they're saying that these Class 1s have got to go talk to the employees, the engineers and the conductors that are experiencing the fatigue and try and work out something. Actually, I've got this off of Fight for a Two-Man Cruise, but they went through the bill, and this right here is a big part. It just says that the requires a railroad to consult with employee good faith and use its best efforts to reach an agreement with directly affected employees, include nonprofit employer labor organizations or such employees, on the contents of the plan. FRA is aware that consultation on some RRP plans has not met the spirit of this statutory requirement. The intent of consultation is to engage with directly affected employees at all stages of plan development and program implementation. Ideally, railroads will look to the directly affected employees as partners throughout the process rather than as reviewers of a finished product. I hope BNSF is listening. FRA expects consultation on the FRMP plans will generally involve good faith and best efforts. Now, we all know this right here, the Class 1s are not going to be within good faith or their best efforts. Why? Because they're still sitting at a standstill with the contracts. But it's pretty nice to see the FRA taking a step towards the guys on the ground. The guys actually out there working towards unions and stuff like that, not for these Class 1s. I think a lot of this has to do with the STB. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that the STB, maybe even Fazio, has something to do with this. That's really starting to push before, before November. And of course, if there's no agreement here, it says down here on the bottom, it just says that unions and the employees are unable to reach a consensus on a plan. The employees and labor organizations may file a statement explaining their views on the plan, and FRA shall consider those views during its review and approval of the plan. Much a big deal. Could be a big deal. Could be really good, especially for BNSF. I really think this is aimed at BNSF and UP with their little one-day-a-month thing. This is the FRA trying to, get off this whole high-vis stuff. So hopefully high-vis will have to have another reiteration whenever something like this comes up, or whenever they come to an agreement here. And I'm sure the BLE and the UTU is about to really, really fight because the ball has started to roll. BNSF, if you ask me, I think BNSF came out with this high-vis policy way too soon. Not to mention their aggressive measures towards one-man crews. CSX mentioned one-man crews. And, this is going to work the crap out of you until they make the work environment so bad. I think the FRA really sees what they're trying to do here. It seems like the Class 1s, in my opinion, are really trying to make it so unbearable to work with BN, UP. Now, NS and CSX are a little different. They still have their 6 days on, 48 hours off. So I can't speak for NS or CSX. I don't know CSX attendance policy that great. I know it's pretty similar to NS, but I really hope that they see what these Class 1s are trying to do. They're pushing everybody to the limit, making people quit without giving them a pay raise for 3 years. People can go find another job somewhere else. But I really think that they see it. They see what they're doing, and they're trying to stop it before it ever gets too far. So hopefully this is the first step. And we all know, I can pretty much go ahead and guarantee you, this right here is going to go, the unions are going to have to file with the FRA. And it's going to, go send the FRA their views on why the Class 1s thing's not going to work out. Whatever plan these Class 1s come up with. NS, I don't see NS implementing any type of system besides maybe on pull turns. But that was always the perk to working a pull turns. If you got 6 starts, you got 2 days off. But a lot of people like pull turns because most of the time they would deadhead you home on your 5th start, so you just get to restart and you make more money. I don't know how the guys out there actually working would want that, but I do know the attendance policy at NS is kind of rough considering you can only miss so many days within a 3-month period, I believe. So yeah, just news. I'll be live after this video goes live, so if you want to catch me, just click on my channel. You'll see it. It'll be me live playing playing some type of game while I'm talking to you guys. So appreciate all the support. I will see you guys on the next video Monday afternoon at 1 p.m. Y'all take it easy.